Gemini, hi, hello, how are you? Where are you? Where are you in the world? Earlier I did the Taurus reading and the sky was completely clear and now the clouds have rolled in. It looks like it's going to rain. That's Florida for you, but maybe that's kind of how you're feeling. Little cloudy, lack of clarity. Your judgment could feel clouded. You could feel foggy. Maybe you're tired. During your shuffle, I was getting a lot of Eight of Pentacles, which is just working, focused. Like you could have tunnel vision on a project in work. But this is going to be a reading for, you could be, we'll see what comes up. This could resonate in your work life. But this is a reading for your twin flame journey, next in love, new love, all right, for singles who are ready to eat Pringles. So with the Divine Masculine, we have the Ace of Wands. And see, it's coming out of the clouds. And this is that song, it's the country song, Bring on the Rain. Bring on the rain. Who sings that? They don't sing it like that for sure, but they sing it like something. But this is like some sort of new passion coming out of chaos or lack of clarity, right? Something unseen coming into the scene, which is what happens in a twin flame journey. When it becomes the divine union, that is when the 5D twin flame journey comes into the divine union and the 3D, right? They come together. It's based on divine timing. So there's something about the right time, and that right time, because divine timing is a frequency, you could have been waiting for, and maybe you've been postponing something or saying like, as soon as this happens, as soon as I get a break from work, as soon as whatever, as soon as, but there's no such thing as tsunami, something with water, something with rain, natural disasters, you could be experiencing that, but it's more like a tower moment, that this is something, it's natural, it's part of the natural course, and it's unstoppable, it's powerful, and it's going to seem like maybe uncomfortable, or maybe like something rejection or some sort of downfall, some sort of breakdown. You could literally your vehicle could like break down, but maybe the tow truck driver is your divine counterpart, right? It's like, it's leading to this union. It's leading to the good stuff. The good stuff's coming out of this, all right? And we have the feminine over here with strength. Okay, we're dealing with a Leo, but strength is, this is like, very specifically, but divine rejection, or rejection is divine protection. It's like, or, if you've ever heard, if you forget your keys, or if you forget something and you have to go back in your house when you're about to leave, you should wait a moment longer. And it's angelic protection. It's, if you had left a moment earlier, right, you would have, potentially been harmed or something in some way, right? Could have gotten into an accident. Like if you pulled out of your driveway a second earlier, maybe there was some sort of drunk driver coming down the street or something like that, right? It's very specific, but this is kind of like, my dog ate my homework. My dog ate the keys, and I'm kind of like, I have to wait for them to shit it out, And so the feminine could be trying to rush the process. Like, I need my keys. There's something about keys of communication. They could be the feminine, there could be like you could know who your person is. You could have already interacted. Maybe the feminine is like really trying not to reach out, right? You could be in separation. There could be a no contact. Someone could be blocked. I don't see blockages here, but you could be like not speaking, right? Ace of Wands could be a message online. You could have met online. Yeah, we have the Lovers. That's you, Gemini. So you could be the masculine Gemini, or the masculine is getting in Gemini energy to come to their Gemini feminine. Damn, that's a tongue twister. This person could be tongue-tied as well. This is also like, cat got your tongue. Yeah, I feel like the feminine is ready for communication. Page of Cups. Could be an apology involved here. Could be dealing with a Pisces. Any water sign, but there's fish. Multiple fish going on here. Well, a whale is not a fish, but they're wearing the fish suit. And Pisces is the intuition, High Priestess. The feminine could be, the High Priestess is mysterious. I was going to say the Hangman as well, but I'm going to acknowledge the High Priestess because that's someone who's mysterious. The feminine could appear as being mysterious, but it's just a front. They're not that mysterious. Like, they're not that mysterious. They could look like they've got it all together, or that they are really stoic or something like that. And underneath, they're just a kid playing with a fish. Like, they're just kind of silly. But because this feminine, could be holding down their ground and in their masculine energy, in their independent energy, and they have to, pay the bills, do the stuff. Like, they have to juggle their masculine and their feminine. They could appear as being something they're not. But it doesn't feel deceptive. It's just, that's kind of, I feel like I just spit everywhere. But that's sort of their, what they've had to do in order to kind of play a part, right? That's not their natural placement. I was just having a conversation with some female coworkers about whether we were the big spoon or the little spoon, like how we identified in relationships or whatever. And it was just kind of funny because we were all, strong women who have probably felt like, and if you're the feminine Gemini, you may have been told that you were intimidating or scary or unapproachable or hard to approach or hard to understand, which Geminis are hard for most people to understand, but even for themselves. So maybe there's something about like a misunderstanding or people interpreting you as being tougher than you are, or like maybe you get told that you're strong, but you're really, I feel like this feminine is actually just like a little kid, like they've had to put on a mask. They're like a sheep in wolf's clothing, right? Because they had to play that part. Even though with Pisces, the reason I say wolf is because wolf is the Native American zodiac for Pisces. So it is kind of like there's this sort of playful, gentle little spoon energy with this feminine, but they're representing as being very strong, very maybe kind of scary or something, like like maybe this is how the masculine perceives the feminine, as being like they're gonna see the truth. Like, I can't, not that I feel that this masculine wants to lie to this feminine, but they know that I have to come in correctly. I have to be ready to be completely transparent, because otherwise they're gonna see. And Geminis, you are mirrors. You're the mirrors of the zodiac, right? So anything that somebody gives you is what you're going to mirror back to them. And people get triggered by that because they don't often want to look in the mirror. All right, we have the Five of Wands, so that does give me the blocked communication. There could be conflict or competition, something about competition. We'll clarify that. I don't know if it's with this person or something going on internally with the masculine or something going on externally in their external environment. But we'll see. I mean, could be the feminine could see them as like they have competition, or the masculine could feel like they have competition. Like both of these individuals could just be very attractive or popular. I mean, Gemini energy is someone who is quite charismatic. You know, they can be the first one at a party that's going to come up and say, "Hey, my name is Ticka Slim Shady," you know, which Eminem is a Gemini, I believe. So, but yeah, there is sort of like they can be sociable until they don't want to be. But there could be some worry on one of these sides that, or on both sides possibly, because maybe you're dealing with another Gemini or someone who has a Gemini placement. But I feel like there's a lot of mirroring going on. So if one of you or both of you is a Gemini, like there's mirroring going on. And this is your twin. So there's definitely mirroring going on. Oh God, if your twin is a Gemini, that's like fun house. But is it fun? We'll see. Yeah, there's a lot of mirrors. And so it's kind of like you're getting all the angles of your shadows. But then over here in the feminine, we have the Ace of Wands. So this feminine wants this Ace of Wands. I'm getting big sexual energy here. Like, maybe not big size-wise, right? Okay, let's not get, you know, we just need what we need. Size is relative. But there's see, because this kind of gives me like dick measuring. There's some sort of competition about, like, and the masculine could be questioning, am I good enough? I mean, they could specifically and literally be saying like, am I big enough? But they could be like, this feminine is very strong. They're in this Empress energy with this Ace of Wands. Like she's got this little bean here, you know, and she's got this, like all the elements are here that are very powerful, right? So, but she's got these butterfly wings. There's something very sweet and dainty about this feminine when the lights go out, right? When you see the dark face here of the moon, and behind her is the wings. But in the front, she's fire. She's, you know, the feminine could be a fire sign or have fire placements. You could have fire placements, Gemini, if you're the feminine. But it's like they're holding it down. They've got multiple hands. They're like being creative. They're powerful. They're growing. There's a lot of growth and abundance with this feminine. Energetically, there's something very magical and high priestessy about this. There's something mysterious about this feminine, but I don't think that they're that mysterious, you know? I think that they're just a lot of things, but they only show certain aspects of themselves when they feel safe and protected. And so, yeah, they might have other people that are interested in them, but this feminine knows what they want. They want an Ace of Wands, right? An Ace of Wands is something magical. Like they're manifesting this because they're bringing it out of the clouds. That's what the feminine does in the twin flame journey. They pull the masculine into their frequency by maintaining this frequency of strength, of independence, of self-nurturing and self-love with this Page of Cups here. It's like this, you know, they're filling their own cup. They're entertaining themselves. They're self-sufficient. And Wands can also be about work. So yeah, there's no Pentacles over here yet, but This masculine could just need to know that they are strong enough, big enough, powerful enough to like be the big spoon, you know, that they can keep this. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. This is somebody who's, there's Pentacles. This is somebody who is going to move slowly and steadily. This is somebody who is methodical. And the feminine's over here in the Four of Pentacles. So they're like waiting. I was getting Pentacle energy. Could be dealing with an earth sign. But this is somebody who's like, I'll sit over here. I'll sit over here and I'll wait. Yeah, this feminine could be like a business person, an entrepreneur. They're just someone who feels independent, but there's art here. Like they're in a suit, but there's paintbrushes here. So yeah, they could be an artist. But it's like what they're doing, and looks like flowers or some kind of abstract something, but when I just looked at it, it looked kind of like the rabbit, something with the velveteen rabbit. Rabbit is like Cancer. Cancer is the moon. More mystery and lack of clarity. This masculine feels kind of unsure about this feminine. They're coming in with strength though, because they're meeting this feminine strength with strength. The masculine could, I mean, they could go to the gym, but they're here with the Lovers, right? So it's like, again, if the masculine is the Gemini, this is someone who is strong, observant. They're looking and they're trying to craft themselves, sculpt themselves. So I'm getting like the art, sculpting, you know, you guys could do art, right? Something with like sculptures, like models, clay models. My voice just cracked. Maybe one of you just hit puberty. There could be an age difference. We have the Page of Cups over here, so there could be an age difference here. But this masculine is either getting into Gemini energy, and that's taking strength to come and approach this Gemini feminine, or the masculine is the Gemini and they're coming in to, you know, and this is their energy, and that's the feminine is like, talk to me, like, speak up. Cat got your tongue. Cat got your tongue. I'm not superstitious in a pejorative way towards cats. When I see cats, I feel like I'm protected, right? Because cats don't stick around for bullshit, so like they're not going to entertain, like they're out of there. Like if there's low vibrational energy or something that they don't want to entertain. But one of you may be superstitious to cats. Cats could be a sign for you. You might have cats, like cats. You could have a Leo placement. Something about Egyptian. Maybe you're into mythology. King of Cups with the Page of Cups. And this King of Cups is looking at this Page of Cups. You could both have water placements. But this is somebody who, I mean, look at that cup. This person has a big old cup. Right, so if the masculine's thinking like wands need to be, because wands are fire, right? That's the physical, that's the 3D, that's the most distinctly masculine of the elements. And water is feminine. So, you know, in fire and water is a delicate balance, all right? Too much water will snuff out a fire. Too much fire will boil water over. So to get like a nice warm bath, water temperature, right? Something that's soothing and, I don't know, maybe you're making pasta. Like you don't want to burn it. It has to be like it's got to be a good balance, right? So you could have a fire and water placement, but this is with the masculine. They could be looking at wands like, I need to have a lot of money. I need to have physical, tangible, big energy and power. Very much in the masculine, in the 3D and the tangible. You know, they could be quite like practical. But the feminine over here is like, I just need you to have a big heart. You know, I just need you. And I had to double check that Page of Cups, and I wasn't sure why, so I didn't say anything. But I thought I was thinking like, oh, is it the Knight of Cups? So I pulled it out because the page was hidden by the Ace of Wands. And so it's like, they need to know, like, you don't have to be big and strong and all of that to fight for love. This feminine wants someone who's going to fight for love, right? Like, you can have all the skills and be a great fighter in the ring or in the dome or the whatever. Like, maybe you do MMA or there's boxing or something, or maybe the masculine does. Like, you can have all the skills, but if you're like in a street fight and you're fighting for somebody that you love, you're going to bite their fucking ear off. You're going to gouge their eyes out. Like, there's no technical aspects there. You're going to use any of your resources and tools to bring that threat down because you're protective over your person. And you don't have to be necessarily big. And I don't know if you've ever interacted, maybe this is specific to you. You've like dealt with someone who maybe was large in stature, right? Maybe the feminines did. They dealt with somebody who was large in stature or was a fighter or was very strong or something, but they didn't protect them or didn't make them feel safe or anything like that. Like, they were actually kind of a pussy. That's what I'm getting. So, also, like, there's a way to handle situations diplomatically or like with the power of communication. So this is specific. He's an Aries, I believe, Ed Winters, but this is, maybe you're interested in veganism because you are here. Yeah, he's a vegan activist and he speaks to people, and he's not particularly large or anything like that. You know, some might call him effeminate or whatever. But the way that he's gone into kind of like dangerous situations, and actually just generally speaking, like a lot of the male activists for veganism are not necessarily like these big, strong, scary people, but they go in, and the way that they use logic and reasoning and the way that they speak to others is it neutralizes the conflict. There's a way, like this, I feel like this masculine has a good way to neutralize conflict. And that is more calming and feels more safe for the feminine than any maybe like barbarian that they've been with in the past, right? This person wants someone who is like the Page of Cups. Again, maybe they are younger or something, so they're like, oh, this is like, this feminine is older or like more, they seem very independent, they seem very strong. Like, am I going to be, I don't want to be, you know, like, am I man enough, right? Especially with veganism, it's like, you gotta eat meat, you gotta be a fighter, you gotta be a hunter, ooga ooga booga, you know. But it's like, you know, the strongest people fight for the innocent. They protect the innocent, and that's what really makes a man, right? So that's, maybe that resonates with somebody. But the Five of Wands and the Devil could be dealing with a Capricorn, or have a Capricorn placement. You could be struggling with letting go, maybe some root chakra work in the masculine, needing to let go, needing to cut ties. Again, this could be family dynamics, this could be work dynamics, this could be friends, whatever. There's some sort of conflict, competition. That's not love. Wherever this person is, they're not actually in something that brings them, like, sparks passion or joy in them. With this Ace of Wands and the Page of Pentacles, it's like they're slowly moving towards creating a space and a reality, right? Because I do get with the Lovers, Gemini, that's the Magician, that's Gemini, Virgo, right? Those could be signs that are, you either have placements of, but that's the energy of creating your own destiny, creating your own reality. So it feels like this masculine is working slowly but surely to craft, like the sculpting. I get sculpting, something with like statues, figures, maybe one or both of you like have sort of like with Egyptian, right? There's like some sort of monuments, sculptures. Maybe you have like altars or something. Maybe you are in, maybe you practice something in the occult, witchcraft, right? Maybe you do some kind of craft. It's white magic though, all right? The devil is here. So there's somebody, this could be somebody trying to work black magic on this masculine. Could be a past connection. You don't have to be around a cauldron. Just speaking negatively, gossip, that can be black magic, right? Because everything that we speak, everything that we think is a spell. We're casting spells. Every frequency or vibration that we send out into the universe has a ripple effect, all right? So this person could just be talking shit about them. This person could just be like, maybe putting negative energy on this masculine, like, oh, whatever you're wanting to do, right? Like this horse thing, right? Again, with veganism, right? Maybe they want to make a sanctuary and they come from a family of hunters or something, and like farmers or something. Like they come from something that is opposite to, like, not adjacent, completely opposite. It's like antagonistic to what their purpose is, what they know their divine purpose is. And this feminine is part of their divine purpose. So it's like they want to bring this Ace of Wands in here to give to this Ace of Wands that the feminine is holding. It's like the feminine, that country song, Every Light in the House is On, just in case you ever do get tired of being gone. It's like, I get that. The feminine they're like holding a candle, they're holding the torch for the masculine to kind of come home. But the masculine has been dealing with conflict in their upbringing, their family life, the society, their work life, to get to a place where they are actually pursuing their passion, which is going to be fulfilling. Maybe it's not going to make as much money or whatever, but it's going to be holistically and spiritually and emotionally balancing and fulfilling, which of course is going to bring in the most abundance for us. Whenever we do what is part of our divine path and what is true to us, right? Because you can be a millionaire, but if you're not doing something that feels true to you, then it will eat at your soul. I feel like this masculine's like soul has been under attack. And that sounds really severe, but also with the apple and the devil here, it is like the snake. Could have been dealing with a Scorpio. The snake is the Native American zodiac for Scorpio. Maybe snakes or scorpions are something. Again, with the Scorpion King, something with Egypt, something with the mummy. The rock is a Taurus. Could be dealing with a Taurus. And then Brendan Fraser is a Sagittarius, I believe. So yeah, those are some signs that you could be dealing with, but that's temperance, right? That's creating comfort and discomfort. That's also spiritual strength and faith, relying on like angelic support. Temperance is also like a good place for healing. And then, we have strength twice, so that's Leo energy. And then Taurus, with Taurus and Scorpio are polarity signs. Your polarity sign is Sagittarius, which is temperance. So that is like the one of the greatest challenges that we encounter during our life cycle is the challenge of our polarity sign, right? Your challenge is the Lovers as the major arcana and the Magician, all right, which you share with Virgo, which is all about creating your destiny. And association with the Lovers, that would be like creating your divine counterpart, in a sense, like sculpting them, creating them from natural elements, like a golem. That's like stranger than fiction. Like maybe you're writing And, oh, I think he's a Gemini. Paul, oh God, why can't I think of his name? Paul, oh, it was right there. Paul Dano? Is that right? I'm pretty sure he's a Gemini, but he plays in the one where I can't think of the name of the movie, Ruby Sparks, where he literally writes his perfect person into existence or whatever. And so you could be doing that. Maybe you have a character or something, or like whatever art that you're working on is like you're creating your person. You could literally be creating something and being like, well, you know what? I'm going to write a manifestation list of like what I want my person to be like and get very specific with it. And then guess what? There's 8 billion people on the planet, and energy is always shifting around, and reality is subjective and relative and whatever you believe. Yeah, you can call them in. Boom, King of Pentacles. With this Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles is Taurus energy, but that is, could be any earth sign. But earth energy, the King of Pentacles is somebody who likes stability, somebody that is very balanced in their health, because pentacles represent health and wealth, so it's like wellness, and we attribute that to money, because if it's like, you had the idea that if you have money, you probably have access to better health care, and you're probably going to be able to stay clean and get the best foods and all that stuff, right? So it's like, there is some truth to that. Having enough money to be comfortable is helpful. You know, that's nice. So this person could be, and again, maybe this, with the Page of Pentacles, and we got the King of Pentacles, and then the Page of Cups and the King of Cups, that's both feminine energy. This masculine might not feel, there could be an age difference, but there could be a energetic age difference, right? The masculine could be like a younger soul. Like they could be older chronologically, but there's something about them that is younger or newer to this, but they're figuring it out. Like they're working it out. They're doing it slow and steady. They see that the feminine wants an Ace of Wands, so they're bringing in an Ace of Wands. They either are a Gemini, or they're mirroring the Gemini with the Lovers, and they're mirroring their strength, right? The only thing that we have here is the Devil with this Five of Wands, right? That's something that needs to be rounded up. This masculine is giving energy to something, or their energy is being sapped and taken from by something that is unfulfilling. Could be a relationship, family, work, could be a number of things. We have the Knight of Pentacles, okay? Now the Knight of Cups would be someone who fights for love, but Cups is feelings, right? So you don't necessarily know it. The Knight of Pentacles is going to show it. This is someone who walks the walk, talks the talk, walks the walk. This also gives me like the Sleepy Hollow. My phone is ringing. My other phone. But I'm not on the clock. Okay, Page of Pentacles again. So we have the Page of Pentacles twice. For the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is somebody who is coming in to fight for love in a very grounded way. It's taking them time, but it's taking them time because they're making sure they do it right. It needs to be, they want to be everything that this feminine needs, which is very much a balanced masculine energy, right? That's somebody who knows the feminine is powerful, they honor the feminine, and they want to come in and support the work that the feminine is doing in the 5D, because when you support the feminine so they can do the work in the 5D, then the feminine can stay balanced in the 5D and help with the work for the 3D, right? It's like, it's all about that balance. You have to mirror each other and understand each other. I feel like there's a lot of unspoken understanding between you two. Like, you see each other across a room and you receive the same information from the environment and you don't even have to talk about it. And you maybe like kind of smile, you like, you caught that, I caught that. Like you pick up on the same signals, the patterns, the synchronicities, the signs from the universe. They resonate with both of you in very similar ways. And we have the 5 of Cups. In the feminine. I feel like you guys are under attack. Both of you are under attack. Someone's trying to emotionally manipulate this feminine, but they have their fingers in their ears. Are like, nanny, nanny, boo, boo. You know, like, could be a grandmother. Like, also with Egypt, right? There could be some sort of cultural difference between you two. Where maybe like the traditions of your familial cycle, your generational cycles. Something with the letters C, L, E, or S. But cycles, circles, pentacles, I was looking at that. So there's something with the letter C. And then L-E-S. Less. Sealess. Sealess, the sea could be like water, feeling very dry, feeling like not emotionally fulfilled. I mean, the feminine's wanting that over here with the Page and the King of Cups and the 5 of Cups. It's like they want to, again, maybe you guys have the same moon placement or you have similar water placements in your chart. But emotionally, I feel like you guys, I mean, you're obviously compatible in every way because this is your divine counterpart. But there's something about the way that you guys process things emotionally is, I think, going to be just like an unspoken understanding. Also, very specifically, but with love languages, maybe you have the same love language or aversion to the same love language. Right? Like words of affirmation. You could have a hard time receiving compliments or something because you both were maybe raised in a household where maybe a maternal figure was quite degrading or conditional. But maybe you grew up in like a family unit. Maybe you have where like a mother there was a toxic familial cycle in the maternal line. That's unfortunate. I mean, it is what it is. It's bringing you guys together. We have the 9 of Pentacles and Death. More Scorpio energy, but Death with the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, and the Death is here to clarify the Page of Pentacles, but it's to also trump as in like trumpet, not, maybe you play the trumpet, but like, you know, Trump, not politically speaking, because I don't give a shit about that. You know, so maybe one of you comes from like a really conditional, kind of ignorant cycle of, I hate to insult sheep this way, but kind of like political sheep or something. Like they just sort of fall in line, they do what they're told, they listen to the media. Maybe like sitting with them or talking with them is fucking exhausting because I feel exhausted just even thinking about it. But maybe the conversations they have, it's like, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. And so like and that's with this 5 of Wands and the Devil. That's the challenge in the masculine, is like bringing an end to dealing with this toxic, low vibrational energy of conditional, incompatible, miscommunications, misinterpretations, lack of education, right? Fox and the Hound, a lack of education. Like, you know, I hate to put it bluntly, but just kind of like stupidity, right? Because after a certain point, all ignorance is intentional because we just have the resources to educate ourselves and to heal ourselves into a place of actually being open-minded and receptive and willing to grow and willing to learn and stay curious and to and humble ourselves in a way that says, the more I know, the less I know, you know, but these people that this energy, these entities that this masculine was dealing with or is currently dealing with, right, depending on where you are in the timeline, frequency wise, but the only challenge to this coming together feels like I just feel like I saw something out of the corner of my eye. Yeah, there's like something creeping, lurking. It's a shadow. Shadow of a nameless fear. Right? Maybe you guys like Lord of the Rings. I do. But there's sort of this like lurky Page of Swords energy, like I see you, evil eye, the devil. There is something with like witchcraft or black magic or some sort of manipulative dark magician energy. Which if you are into paganism, Wiccanism, or the occult, then you know, like there are dark and light aspects to everything. There is divine and demonic to everything, right? There's a duality in all things, but one is spiritual, right? There's spirituality, which encompasses all things. It means that each individual experience with God, source, the divine, whatever they call that, and whatever they call, you know, the devil or the demonic, right, is relative to them. But religion is something that is so conditional that it's like it has this name and that name and any other name means it's wrong. I don't like whatever this masculine has had to deal with. My voice cracked again. This masculine, I feel like they couldn't speak up. They couldn't speak their truth for a long time, but they are now. Like even though their voice is wavering or quaking, something with earthquake, it's like they're shaking the foundation, they're breaking that shit, and it's like they're realizing their power. And so like, but even with strength and courage, it doesn't mean that you're fearless or without fear. You're just doing it anyway, right? You just speak it, even if your voice is shaking, even if it's challenging, even if like, you know, I get like nervous, shaking, but yeah, just to speak your truth, sometimes you have to speak it in quivers. I keep getting the word quiver. Ooh, I got chills. They're multiplying. And the rules in control. 'Cause the power. Yeah, the feminine is really sending the masculine, or if you are the feminine, this is your prompt, your suggestion, right? To send the masculine divine protection. Create a mantra, speak it out into the universe, send them divine protection because I feel like they're really under attack. And I feel like the feminine is like, there's attempts with this Five of Cups, but the feminine's got their fingers in their ears. They're like, nanny nanny boo boo. That I feel like the feminine could be an older soul, or they could just be a little bit, have a little bit more practice at standing their ground, or, you know, maybe they are more tapped into, maybe they've been in whatever way allowed to, or had the resources, the tools, the opportunity, the timing, whatever, to tap into their spirituality for a longer time, so that they're just on a frequency where they are more practiced, they have better, I don't want to say better or worse because that sounds comparative, but I just feel like they're more 5D strong. Like their magic is strong. They've got the high priestess. They're tapped into, they don't have the high priestess, but it was kind of popping out energetically. It's like with this Ace of Wands, the Page of Cups. That gives me somebody who is, again, they've been tempering their ego longer, right? Temperance is also like resilience, sobriety, right? There are a lot of things that go into temperance. And we have the Queen of Pentacles over here with the King of Pentacles in the feminine. So it could be dealing with an earth sign, but this is someone who is like, I've got it. This person could be an elementalist, right? You could be a life path 4. The feminine could be a life path 4, but we've got 4 here. Could be kids involved, but see, this is someone who is like very tapped into the moon. This is someone who's aligned with the moon. They cycle with the moon. They're energetically, and they, again, moon, they could be Cancer, Pisces, sometimes Scorpio, but there's a lot of water with this feminine. So they get the unseen, right? Where I feel like this masculine is, they're just newer to it, right? With the Ace of Wands, it's like they're just learning magic. But this Ace of Wands in the feminine feels more like an empress. This is someone who's like, I've got the wand, but I'm also doing other things. This one is like, I'm a Page of Pentacles. I'm slowly learning about this. I'm new to it. But I'm also, like, they're taking all the steps to make sure that they do what they have to do. And I feel like the feminine is really leading the way energetically, which also maybe you have met each other, and again, you could be, the masculine could be watching the feminine, like for guidance or whatever. But the moon and the masculine here just confirms what I'm saying. There's again, maybe your moon signs match, or maybe you have similar placements. There's something between you and the moon, maybe this last full moon, which was in Leo. Maybe you have a Leo placement. But yeah, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, water energy. There's something about the moon between you two. The movie Annihilation, which is Natalie Portman is a Gemini, and Oscar Isaac is a Pisces, pretty sure. So again, you're dealing with the Pisces, could have a Pisces placement. This is also dealing with someone who is in the High Priestess, someone who's very intuitive, tapped into their third eye. You could be doing third eye work, like really working on your chakras and your connection with source, whatever that means to you, and like seeing the future so that you can create the future. Now with the third eye, seeing isn't believing, believing is seeing. Okay? So there's just that little nugget. But in Annihilation, you know, he's about to leave. He's in the military, and he's about to leave on some sort of mission, and she's trying to find out, like, where are you going to be? You know, do you have any clues for me? Where are you going to be? And he's like, I'll tell you, we're both going to be under the same moon, or same hemisphere. Was I talking about the hemispheres with you, or was that Taurus reading? Again, you could be dealing with the Taurus, but I don't know if it was this reading or that reading, but I was talking about the North and South Pole, and the hemispheres. You guys could be in different hemispheres, or this is your person saying, like, you might feel like you're in different hemispheres. They're like, where are they? Because they're on a different time schedule. Now, time, again, with divine timing, is a frequency. So it's not necessarily literal north and south pole. You could be polarity, you could be at a polarity energetically, which the divine masculine and divine feminine are polarities. If you're dealing with Sagittarius, that's your polarity sign. Right, there's something about, and then, you know, with the age, chronologically or energetically, emotionally, like there's some sort of difference where you're just on different timelines. So it is coming together, but it's like the masculine is, there's some reassurance coming from the masculine now, or maybe from the Pisces, okay? That from the Pisces are intuitive, so if that resonates more with you over here with the feminine side, in the movie, the Pisces in the dynamic of the Gemini and the Pisces couple is saying, we'll be under the same stars, we're in the same hemisphere, and she's like, oh, I'm just looking at the moon, you know, and then she's like, they joke about it or whatever, but there's something. And then what was that movie? Is it Dear John? Where he's like, something with the thumb, like we're under the same moon. So like, even though he's at the war, maybe something with the military, you could be a veteran, military, or your person could be, but there's something where it's like the moon and being apart, but that's also a confirmation for you. Like look to the moon. If you can see the moon, or if you can sync up with the energy of the moon, check your moon placement, or if you have a Cancer placement, Pisces placement, you know, your third eye is, that's how you can talk to your person, right? Maybe at night, maybe you're doing dream work and you guys hang out in your dreams. What do we have? I'll pull one more. The world. That's the energy that I was getting. I think it was the Taurus reading then that I was doing, where I was talking about the hemispheres. But the world is distance. There's a distance between you two. It could be a physical distance, energetic distance, emotional distance. There's a distance. And Nine of Swords, yeah, there's anxiety, that's sleepless nights. Somebody's having trouble with their sleep, something around the moon, something around the nighttime. This distance is creating anxiety. This reminds me of Fantasia. Did you ever watch Fantasia growing up? Not 3000, but like the VHS. How old are we here? That reminds me of like the brooms when they're marching. Yeah, there's more like witchcraft, wizardry. Witchcraft and wizardry. What is that? World? With the world of witchcraft. WoW. Maybe you play WoW. Maybe you're a gamer. But wow. But yeah, the brooms, witchcraft, the stars. Yeah, you guys have, there's some sort of like connection through witchcraft. So, now, that is a off-putting term to a lot of people. I mean, if you're here, it can't scare you that much, right? Because a lot of people who don't like the term witchcraft don't watch tarot. I feel like that term can't scare you that much. But there is a misconception with religious people and spiritual people about what tarot means, what divination means, right? I mean, they use divination and they had prophetic dreams and and visions in the Bible, but nobody talks about that shit. They're like, oh, you read tarot, oh, you, you know, do any kind of law of attraction, manifestation, like you're into stuff that's, oh, that's evil, that's witchcraft. Like maybe that's something you or your person got. Maybe you both got it, and that's where you're gonna like connect. But like, come on. There are ways to practice things with light. Right? If you are doing magic, if you're doing spell work, you practice witchcraft for yourself, it is light work. It's the same thing, right? If you are doing things to influence other people's path, that's dark magic. Now, if that is, you know, gossiping, sending negative energy their way, that's witchcraft. That's black magic, right? That's the devil energy there. At the bottom here, the devil. So we have the Chariot, Four of Swords, yeah, and the Hierophant. So Cancer, Taurus, you can have those placements or be dealing with those signs. And then we have the devil, which is Capricorn, but this is more, I'm getting more of like, that's the energy versus the sign. And then the Four of Swords is, this is like sitting in your power, resting, meditating. And this is all for yourself. You're not meditating on other people's business. This is like sitting in your own balance protection. Again, with 4, something with 4. Could be a life path number 4. Something with the elements. There it is again. That 8 of Pentacles that was coming out in the shuffle earlier. This is just minding your own business, right? Forging and fortifying, more of that Temperance energy, more of like fortifying your, and then again with the sculptures, pottery, right? Whatever you're creating, you're forging it through fire. But this kind of gives me like a kiln when you have to put your clay, whatever you create out of clay. This is putting in the work, and they're working through the night. All right, so this is somebody who, I feel like I got this for you, Gemini, like a few readings ago. A lot of this like 8 of Pentacles, really focusing on your work and like working through the night, maybe working the night shift. 6 of Wands, and then 6 of Wands is self-recognition. Yeah, and there's 5 of Pentacles. Someone's trying to mess with your bank account. Somebody's trying to mess with your stability, your health, your wellness. Somebody's trying to leave you out in the cold. But you can't leave someone out in the cold if they are their own divine flame, right? The Hermit, the Tower, and the 5 of Swords. And there's that Ace of Wands again. 5 of Swords, there is a blockage of communication, fear of, I was going to say fear of commitment, but fear of communication. Like saying things right, making sure that you're saying the right thing. The Tower and the Hermit, that's an unexpected change of events. And the Hermit is somebody who patiently waits and sits. This is like that every light in the house is on. This is somebody who's just kind of hanging out and waiting for things to come to them. With that 4 of Swords as well. This is somebody who sits in their protection. They sit in their peace, right? And sit with the peace of the knowledge that everything I'm doing is divine. I'm righteous because I'm not self-righteous. Maybe you've been called self-righteous or like high and mighty or know-it-all or something like that, but you're doing what is right for you, and that is true. That is truth. And truth is divine. Truth is whatever you want to call it. It's divine. and it's relative to the individual. So, you know, sometimes you just have to sit in lotus and send people love and light. You know, like, wish them well on their journey, but you can't walk their path, and you don't want them on your path anymore either. So there's a parting of ways and doing what's right for you. So yeah, I hope that there was something in here for you, Gemini. You know, I feel I've been getting this like breaking free, working on your own business, maybe starting a business, but like working on like your own shit for a while now for you guys. So yeah, hopefully there was a sign, synchronicity, some sort of nod from the universe, something that you needed to hear, something that brings you comfort, right? Something. Hopefully it was in here for you, Gemini. If you'd like to support this channel, this space, the work that I do, everything you need to know is in the description box below. Thank you so much for all the support that you have provided. Thank you for your patience with these readings as I've been incorporating and training at this new job, getting my footing and getting what kind of schedule is available to me with these new hours to do readings, and to make sure that I'm giving you guys the proper energy and not discombobulated all over the place energy, because that's not going to be helpful for anybody. So yeah, everything you need to know is in the description box below, and thank you again. And until next time, I wish you well.